Welcome back to Tech by Pike. Today we're taking a look at a laptop from Samsung. It's the Galaxy Book 2 Pro. And the reason I brought this in is I was so impressed with the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra tablet that I saw this out on Amazon. It's so thin and it looks so light and really easy to travel with. I just thought, boy, that'd be really nice to bring in and do a review on. Anyway, let's go ahead and go over the specs. Has a low-powered 12th gen i7 1260p EVO Certified Processor, and like I said, this is a 15.6 laptop. Has the Intel IrisX graphics, 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5 memory. It has a really nice looking Amoled display with a 16.9 aspect ratio. 500 nits of brightness on HDR content, and then anything after that, it's around peak brightness of 400 nits. You have a 512 Nvme Gen 3 SSD, but apparently it supports Gen 4, and so that tells me that you can crack it open and take a look at the internals, which we're going to go ahead and give that a try. In this video, it has a wide-angle FHD 1080p camera for conferencing calls and that type of thing, and then it has the Wi-Fi 6 E-card and then a Bluetooth 5.1 and apparently a 68-watt battery. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this laptop. We're going to check out the chassis, the keyboard, the trackpad, the I/O, and then, like I said, we're going to see if we can maybe crack this open and take a look at the internals and see if there is any kind of opportunity for upgrade, and then maybe do some benchmarking and bringing those stats to you. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, let's unbox this first. Alright, so we have the power brick, I guess you can call it. And I believe this is a 65-watt power brick. Set that off to the side there, and then we're going to just go ahead and take this out. Wow, that is really thin. Check that out. Really thin. We'll set that off to the side for now. We got our USB-C to USB-C charging cable here. Sorry about the bells. And then we got some propaganda here. Check this out. Looks like it's just one. Talks about the contents of the box, and let's see here. That is about it. And then we have our warranty card. Go ahead and put that back in. Alright, let's close up the box here. Alright, quick unboxing. We're going to go ahead and get right to the main event here. There it is. Wow. That is really thin. Let me get this out of the way. The look and feel of this laptop is just fantastic. It has this kind of graphite color here that I really like. It has the two hinges here. As you can see, it has four small rubber feet, and then it has this grill right here for air intake, and it looks like it has two fans, but hopefully we can open this up and take a look. Really nice quality of build here, but let's check out the flex on this thing. So very little flex on the top of the lid, except for maybe towards the middle. And we're going to open this up, see if we can do it with one finger. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. And it looks like it turns on right away, so that's great. We're going to power this down. And okay, now that it's off, I'm going to go ahead and check out the keyboard deck, see what kind of flex we have here. None whatsoever. Really nice. Okay, so we have a little bit of flex right here in the middle. Let's check out the keyboard. Just a little bit of flex on the keyboard until you reach the outer parts here where the numpad and the tab and caps lock are. But other than that, trackpad is a really good size, really smooth. And it clicks up to about, right about this point. Keyboard is decent. It's a little slushy, but it has pretty decent travel. And you can barely hear the clicking. Boy, is that quiet. I wonder what that's like in a conference call or something. Okay, it has, like I said, the numpad, some function keys. I believe the power button here is a fingerprint reader, so we'll definitely set that up. And wow, so far so good. Really like it. Let's check out the screen flex here. See what we got. There is a little bit of wobble. A little bit of flex, but it's barely. And then if you check at the bottom here, I'm going to have to hold it so it doesn't slide around. There's a little flex underneath on this bottom of the screen here. Just a little bit. Okay. And it slides around. Those rubber feet really don't do very well at gripping surfaces, so. And they're pretty small. They don't protrude out very much. So, anyway. All right. All right, let's check out the I/O on the laptop. On the left-hand side here, we have an HDMI, USB-C, and then a USB-C with Thunderbolt. We also have a light indicator right there that it's yellow when charging and green when it's completely charged. On the right hand side we have the micro SD card slot and an USB-A port and then a headphone jack. And then in the back here we have I don't know if you can see this underneath the hinge here, but we do have a little bit of venting here, and like I said, we have this grill here for air intake. Okay, let's weigh this laptop. The laptop itself weighs 2 pounds, 7.5 ounces, and with the small power brick and cable, 2 pounds, 13.4 ounces. Boy, that is light. We were able to remove the bottom plate here from the chassis. It's held in place by 4 screws, and the rubber feet here are over those screws. I will tell you that you have to, when taking this off, once the screws are out, you have to start in the back, kind of near where the hinge is, and then work your way around. First starting with the flat side here, and then a guitar pick all the way around, and it took a while actually. It wasn't easy, so just FYI. All right. The first thing we see here is our 68 watt battery, our 2 downward facing speakers. We have the 2 fans with a shared pipe, it looks like. And then we have a 512 SSD. I understand this is Gen 3. Yeah. And then you have the extra slot here. And I believe this can do a Gen 4 SSD. And I think that's it. That's all I see. The memory is soldered to the motherboard, so nothing you can do about that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this back together, and then we're going to run some benchmarking and check out the camera and all that. So, okay, here is the 1080p camera. I'm going to go ahead and type. Pretty quiet. And the camera looks pretty good. I have the window open over here. Maybe if I shut that, it's not so glaring. Okay, the camera, this laptop does not have facial recognition. for Windows Hello, but it does have the fingerprint scanner on the power button to access the laptop. So there is that. But the camera itself is pretty decent. Let's check out the speakers. We're going to test out the speakers here on high. Here we go. For such a thin and light laptop, these speakers crank. Gets pretty loud. So we did some synthetic benching using Cinebench R23, and for our CPU multi-core score we got 8,907, and for our CPU single core score we got 1,581. We continued on with our synthetic benchmarking utilizing Geekbench 5 for our processor, and our single core score was 1,668 and our multi-core score was 8,843. And as we scroll down here you can get some more details. For our OpenCL score on Geekbench 5 we got a score of 19,442. And we're going to scroll down once again. The Samsung Galaxy Book 2 Pro. Lots to like about this laptop. There are some red flags. I'll talk about the things I like. It's sleek, it's light, easy to travel with. I could easily see this in an office or a student in a classroom, possibly. Has lots of ports. The keyboard, the trackpad I thought were really good. I thought the camera for conferencing calls was decent. You have that extra slot in the internals for extra storage. Unfortunately, the memory is soldered to the motherboard, so what are you going to do? The top of the lid here, I believe, is all metal, and then the bottom, I think, is plastic. It's a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, FYI, just to let you know. Also, we didn't talk about battery life, but Samsung claims that 21 hours of playback time on battery, and we didn't test that, but I did use this at work for a little over 9 hours on battery, and I didn't have any problems, and there was battery life to spare, so there you go. After that, I wish the screen was a 16:10 aspect ratio instead of the 16.9. That might be a red flag for some. Also, we didn't do any like video editing or photo editing on this, but I do hear that it is pretty decent, so keep that in mind. You can check out the Tech Chap. They have videos about this particular laptop, and the Samsung Galaxy Book 360 for this year also, so that's something to consider as well. So anyway, there you have it, the Samsung Galaxy Book 2 Pro. Not bad. We got that out on Amazon for about $1,300 without tax. So I recommend it if you got the money. If not, I'm sure there's some less expensive models options out there for you. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this from Tech by Pike, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Helps the channel. Not only that, gives us an opportunity to bring more videos like this to you. And for that, we thank you. We'll see you in the next one.